I'll go right down, take out those two little trees at the end, clear all this, clear all that, then weed whack it to cut it down, and then move on to the next section. But all that's gonna have to be much later. All right, I think I finally got that area cleared up. So now I've got a clear path from the south side of the western boundary down at this wetland, actually down at the pond. Comes right up along this line, turn, right along this line, and then straight out through that opening to that wetland. All right, there it is again. Right through, right on out, and right through that spot, just short of that little tree there in the distance. Once again, very hot out today, very humid, and very sweaty. So I'm gonna go in and get a shower, clean up. Since it's the 4th of July, happy 4th of July. If you didn't see the last video where I told you that when it was released on the 4th of July. I am gonna go down to Tractor Supply because they're having their 4th of July sale, which is 15% off for active and retired military and their dependents. So I'm gonna go down there and get 15% off by buying as much fencing material as I can in one swoop to get 15% off. It's gonna hurt, but I think they're gonna put a picture of me up in the store, so I'm gonna go do that. You guys don't usually come wandering up this close while I'm standing here. Is there a crisis? There's usually 3 of you. Where's the other one? Is it weird that they're kind of following me too? That is weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I must have figured out I'm the guy with the snacks. This is the midline cut through. And I'm gonna have to do some work clearing up these tree limbs. That bent over tree, as cool as it is, it kind of defeats the purpose of putting up a fence. If anything or any whatever can just walk up a tree and just come on in. So I'll be cutting this and clearing this up here, which needs to be done anyway. Opening up, there were 3 different logs on there. One was deadfall, the other is the big one you see still on there curved over, and the third was a piece that was coming out and resting on the top. I got hung up. It just happens, it didn't break the way I thought it was going to when I cut it. And I'll tell you what, that happens. If you've ever cut trees or done any of that, it is just not straight up monkey see, monkey do, man. There's twists and turns and the way the grain goes and hang on, let me check on my chickens for a sec. All right, they're okay. Somebody got upset. Anyway, trees, twists, knots, twirls, and man, it'll turn on you faster than you can believe. So be careful, take your time. And on that note, I'm gonna leave that until next time because I am out of water. I'm soaked through, I'm hot, and I'm to the point of nausea. So I've taken a little too far. So I'm gonna go in for a while, cool off, hydrate. and see what's what. First delivery from Tractor Supply. Came in, lots of good stuff. They're gonna have to do it in a couple of trips though, because the guy filled up his truck with the first thing and I've got a longer seat of stuff. Because it was a discount. I'd get a discount. So that's what I did. But yeah, he'll be back. They still haven't come to pick up the tractor. It's due for its servicing. And they were supposed to pick it up this morning, but I'm really glad that they didn't come right away because we were able to get all this offloaded in 10 minutes, you know, rather than having to do it by hand, breaking everything down. So this was much smoother, but there's more to come. All right, we got the rest of it in here, almost all of it. So that's good to see. And I got some more in shed. Look at that. I found that when I was using the rotary cutter. It's not a good thing to find with your cutter. Fortunately, I didn't run over it. I just dragged it a little bit. And got some electric fence, got some copper posts for grounding the Energizer, which is there. And then I got all the insulators for the wood post and the T-post. They still got 6 more bags of those coming, but they have to go to another store and get those. How you guys doing? It's hot, I know. That's why you're in the shade. After the deliveries this morning and after the tractor got taken out for its servicing, we just started having thunderstorms, a lot of cells moving through. It's nice. It's actually a little bit cooler this afternoon because this morning it was mid 80s, but 85% humidity. So it was tough. But now it's cooled off. I'm going to at least make an effort to finish taking this down, and I'll probably drag out some of this even though I don't have the tractor. I don't think I can move some of this without the tractor, so I kind of backed myself into a corner on that. But there's plenty of other stuff to be done. So I'll finish taking this down, and then I'm going to go over to the east property line and just take a look over there and see if there's obvious things that I need to clear out in order to open that line up. So that's my plan. Made it back to the barn with my roof, so that's very exciting. I've expressed that before. So what I've done the last couple days is I cleared up the west property line, and I took that all the way through the wetland. Well, the section that I cleared, I went through and I cut out the small trees in there, made the turn, cleared out some stuff coming across on the midline cut, and these 2 trees were the 2 final things. It was really just meant to be the one that was bent over. But when that one was cleared, it became very obvious to me that that second tree, which was also a big arc over top of the what would be the fence line, I wasn't worried about that because it was pretty tall. What I was worried about was the fact that the tree was mostly rotted through. So if I'm going to go through the trouble of putting in a fence, the last thing I want to do is have a stiff breeze come through and take that fence out. So I decided to take the tree out on my terms and my time. So that's what I did. So next will be to review the east property line and see how I'm looking there. But listen, I got all the materials, or at least most of the materials I need to get started on the fence line. I'm thinking through how that's going to happen. I think I need to start with the corner posts, get all those in, corner posts and buddy posts at all of the different intersections. And then using a string between those lines, that'll give me the guide for the T-post to put in. And Yeah, I think that's how it's going to happen. So, yeah, but I got to wait for my tractor to come back. I don't have to wait for my tractor to come back. I could take the manual post hole digger and just do it the hard way. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to wait for that to come back. But meantime, I'm just going to keep working on that east property line now. And I don't know, maybe go back and clear up some of the areas in the woods here where the chickens have been, because they're revealing a lot of stuff in the ground, stumps and whatnot that I need to clean up just for long term for that. But yeah, we needed the rain a little bit, break some of the heat. For now, I think that's going to do it. So we'll talk to you guys later.